Hello, Leo, and welcome to your Astroflower reading going from the 27th to the 3rd of December. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're getting the best out of life. Let's just see what's going on for you. You've got the Nine of Wands on the overall energies for you coming out in that sort of section. And things are coming in quite quickly, or you want to go quite quickly, I think, more than anything else. I think you're chomping at the bit to get things moving on your relationship side. You've come at this with a great amount of speed, but there is this sort of, wow, look at that. That's amazing for your relationship side. Nine of Wands. The Chariot card is in your karmic passage, or your karmic path, as it were. The thing that's playing up is this Four of Cups. We'll have a look at that, but that's Four of Cups has been coming out in everybody's reading. On your financial side, on your job and your business, well, there's a Ace of Pentacles and a Ten of Pentacles already coming in here. Some really powerful stuff, and that's what's been coming out this week for most people. There's been a lot of powerful stuff. Wow. Even on your financial side, you've got the Ace of Pentacles, the Ten of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, Justice, and the Hierophant as well. Quite amazing, really. Overall energies. Right. Overall energies. Nine of Wands. I think this is about going on a journey. I do think not only on your relationship side, it's almost as if like you've been playing with the possibilities, and now it's like you've been practicing, and now it's time to play, and that's sort of feeling I get off that. And I think it's like, remembering the messages you've learned over life within your relationship side, but also within your financial side. And make sure you use those understandings going forward in your life. On your relationship side, things really want to move on very quickly, or you seem to want to move on very quickly. Yet you understand now, there is a definite understanding. And this ties in with that Three of Pentacles, which is up in your consciousness. This speed of wanting to go is because you've understood. You've done that good work. You've done your practice. You know what you're doing. And as you go forward into this, there's a lot of passions in this as well, with the Ace of Wands out at the top. The universe here is with this Four of Cups. Now, these Three of Cups here, this person is looking at the Three of Cups, and they're sort of bringing it all down into one cup, one chalice, one grail, as it were, one raison d'etre in your life. And within, I think the universe is trying to sort of say to you, concentrate your strength and your passions and your desires for a relationship, of how you want this relationship to be, and to engage in it in the very passionate way in which you do. And I think you've been, as I say, this is on your in your petal 5. This is to do with your guides that are working on the super subconscious of your life. And they're really concentrated on the longer term plan, and they're really securing this route. And I think the securing comes from the understanding, which I was talking about in the Nine of Wands, which you should be using going forward. As I've mentioned already, you've got at the top of in your subconscious, in the petal 8, you've got the Three of Pentacles. It's this assurance that you have been carrying for a year now, I think. And it's like, it's almost kind of like, I know. I don't need to question anymore. I know. And it's a bit shocking for everybody else, to be confronted with someone so sure. But it's sure about the things that you've worked on. And this is where you're going to be bringing that quality and finding that same quality in others that are around you, but not in the same field. So basically, you could be very passionate about activities and doing and stuff like that. You may meet someone who would like to do a lot more activities, but they're concentrated on, say, like sort of cooking and art. And you'd like to do more art and more cooking. So it's like one person helps the other person out to be within their passions. And I think this is where you find this working scenario that goes between you and the other people that are around you. At the top of it, you've got the Ace of Wands. This is out with the old and in with the new. And I think this week here it's like you've been test driving life and you've decided to buy. And now you've got life with you, and you're driving it for the first time. You're running it in. You're being very careful with it, but at the same time, you're chuffed to bits to be in that car or in life, driving it and going where you want to at the speed you want to, and etc., etc., etc. Looks really nice for your relationship side. If you're engaging with people, engage with them on a very frank level, being very straight, but at the same time being very passionate about what you love and enjoy. It's going to spark a lot within them as well. On your financial side, your job and your business, karmic mission, you've got the Ace of Pentacles here. The starting of something new. I think your karmic path here is to launch into whatever you are planning. So if you're looking to a promotion in your job, or if you're starting a business, or if you want to take your business in a particular way, now, or start a project, now is the moment to do it. Now you have that drive within you. And once you do start doing that, this seed of that you plant, which comes from an idea, is going to produce a lot of security for you, or a lot of income, I think, more than anything else. And at the same time, it's going to generate luck because you're actually doing it. Luck happens when you do things. You know, sometimes we may not do it correctly, and we feel like a failure sometimes. But even within that, when we learn about that, once we engage again the second time around, it is a lot easier. The universe here is bringing you the 10 of Pentacles. It's bringing you everything you possibly need to go in with this Ace of Pentacles here. The abundance of whatever you need. It could be from anything from finances to education to sort of time. Whatever it is that you need in order to do what you want to do, the universe is trying to provide you with it. I almost think it's almost like the universe is sort of saying, you should realize what you've got. It's there. If you don't use it, you'll lose it, as they say. You know, and I think there's a case of that. Where have you come from? You've come from a very just stance. This justice is sort of like, you know, it gives you a certain balance to the whole sort of scenario. You're coming at it a very sort of even pattern. And I think this is because you've given yourself a focus, maybe. Or if you're really focusing on what you want, if you haven't got that job and you want that job, you've got to focus on it. And you've got to focus on, so let's say like you like hospitality, okay? But then, you know, hospitality, you could be working behind a bar. You could be working in a reception. You could be, selling something. You could have your own shop. You could be starting up a retreat center. You know, whatever it is, you've got to focus on the precise thing within the actual realm that you enjoy. So if you enjoy hospitality, but in what division? That's the sort of thing. If you start doing that, I think you're going to get a lot of results for it. You know, if you're struggling to get a job or anything like that. And within you get this confidence again. Like you've got that confidence within that 3 of Pentacles over there. There's a lot of Pentacles when I think about it on this table. That and Wands. Passionate about the material world. And yes, this brings you in understanding, education. This is where you feel very secure in what you know. And now you feel secure in what you know. It's actually providing not just for you, but for other people around you. And as it provides for other people around you, then that brings more into your life, as it were. You know, this is how the luck comes about for you. And out the top, you get the Hierophant. Absolutely amazing. Hierophant with the Ace of Wands. This is all about, I love the Hierophant. The Hierophant is a learned person as well, very much like the King of Pentacles. But it's learned in the spiritual sense or energetic sense in a way. And here is the sort of like when you apply your ideas specifically to what area you want to be going for, all of a sudden then you know the sort of energy that you need to be in order to get that job. And that's what's going to help you through. And once you know those steps to get to the result, it's going to, I think you're going to find it very, very, you're going to take it in your stride anyway. This whole new thing that you need to be launching into. So yeah, really good for you, Leo. Looking really, really nice. Thank you very much for the support you give this channel. Really do appreciate it. I hope you get the most out of this these readings. There's loads of links in the description below for you can get a healing session or a private reading with myself. There's also a link to our sister channel, CYMATIC TV, that does loads of videos on energy and etc. But whatever it is, thank you very much for being here. What did I say about the Four of Cups earlier on? With the Nine of Wands, you get the Four of Cups. As I said, this is about sort of distilling these three cups into this one cup. And that's what I said about that. Is don't forget what you've learned in the past. Use it as a healthy boundary. And I think this is more, it seems to be playing more obviously on the relationship side because you've got the Four of Cups in that side as well. But I think this is, a lot of people are getting this at the moment. And it seems to be a moment of distillation where we're really concentrating our forces, our heart, our passions, everything like that into one direction. Very, very quick. You've got those messages. You've got that understanding from the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands, that person is leaving 8 wands behind them. And that's what you're doing there. You've got this understanding. You've had the messages. You have that knowledge. You want to now apply it within your relationship side, and you should. You should be taking, I don't want to say take control. It's not a case of taking control of someone else. But you know what it's like within a relationship. You know, but in order for it to be a relationship, both parts, people have to have the moment where they are driving the relationship. And it's like a peloton, you know, when they do cycling racing and they get groups of people, but then they switch, the cycler always goes in front of the other. It just helps for stamina and stuff like that. And that's what I'm getting in this relationship side here for you. And I think it's here is like you're taking the lead, let's say that, within the relationship side. The High Priestess with the Four of Cups here, this is beautiful insight information for you of how to do it, how to live, how to be at one with yourself in your life, within your relationships, how to distill all that energy into that Ace of Cups as well. And the universe is bringing you a lot of aha moments, I think, more than anything else. Use your intuition. Trust your intuition. With the Knight of Wands, you've had the Four of Pentacles. So this is quite interesting. We're going from the Nine of Pentacles over all of the Nine of Wands, sorry, on the general energy, to the Eight of Wands on your karmic mission. And now we're going from the Four of Pentacles here over the, you know, the super subconscious or the long-term plan, and the Three of Pentacles, which is in your subconscious. And I think here as well is almost as if like this knight has done all the training. It's got all the passion there. It's got the rhythm. You know how to live life. You know how to engage with your passions and stuff like that. And now this here is kind of sort of saying, but you've been holding back. And now it's a case of putting it to the test, I think, in this week here. Just go for it, basically, Leo. Just really take the lead, I think, is the overall message, what's coming out of this. You get the Five of Pentacles. Now you've got the 3, 4, 5 of Pentacles with the Three of Pentacles here. This is exactly what it is. Trust in that confidence that you have within inside you. don't focus on your weaknesses. Don't shut yourself out. And don't as well, there is various ways in which we can shut ourselves out. When, as I say, it's like a peloton, which is that cycling thing I was talking about, where where the cyclist goes, they're always switching roles, a bit like ducks, how they fly through the sky in a V. And the reason they do that is because the head of the V is constantly changing, because then it gives everybody a turn to just relax on the waves of the other ducks that are in front of them. And this is, don't forget that as well. Don't take the lead too long as well. This is where I think this insight is coming into play here. So, don't focus on your weaknesses, but at the same time, don't go into the lead too far. Don't go off too quickly, because otherwise you may leave people behind. With the Ace of Wands, you get the Nine of Pentacles, Nine of Cups. I think once you get this rhythm right, and it's a rhythm within you, and if you're 24 years old, if you're 24, 48, or 48 or 72, those are very particular, but also in betweens of the 24, 36, 36, 48, 50. If you're around these sort of ages there as well, 48 or 60, that's very particular energies there to get into a certain rhythm around that sort of thing. And I think this is all about the relationship side there, is finding your rhythm, and not finding it, actually living it, doing your rhythm. With the Ace of Pentacles, you get the Knight of Cups. This is beautiful. On your financial side, this is really nice. This is a case of you have got this offering here, but this is not just a physical offering. It's also it could be an offer for a job, or I think you know what you want, not only materialistically but also spiritually, also sort of with your heart. You know what you want, and I would go after that. I would really go after that. With the Ten of Pentacles, you get the Three of Swords. Are they asking you to take your emotions out of the situation? No, it's not what I'm getting. Okay, so what I'm getting here is if you start to engage with the universe and sort of not rely on the universe, but allow the universe to actually sort of like provide the abundance for you by helping you recognizing, that you have the abundance in you. And what it's saying here is if you don't get that straight away, if you don't understand that straight away, or see it straight away, or see it happening in your life, don't beat yourself up over it. Don't cause yourself grief over it, because that could slow you down on your projects. So I would be very, and I think this is what the Knight of Cups is all about for you, is trying, as much as it is very serious here, and there's a lot of understanding and really powerful positions, try and keep it as light-hearted as possible, basically. Yeah, from your Justice, and you've come at it in a very balanced way. You've got the Six of Cups. It's knowing that journey. This is what I was talking about with the Nine of Wands. It's knowing that journey, distilling all this information that from the past, taking all the good with you as you go forward into your new stuff, making sure you're enjoying what you're doing. And I think that's, as I say, ties into that Knight of Cups there, is making it as light-hearted as possible, because it is quite a serious step up for you by the looks of things. Really good step up for you. With the King of Pentacles, you get the Temperance card. Being gentle with yourself, patience with yourself, patience with others. If other people don't get it, that is okay. You don't. Sometimes they need to learn by seeing you do it, in a way. And I think this is a case of taking a bit of a lead here, but without without getting too stressed about the shortcomings of others that are around you. And I think maybe you need to pass on pass on this information, almost like teach it, almost like as you engage with this new thing, with this Ace of Pentacles here, and with your heart and this satisfying side, but with a very light and gentle feel about it. This is where you can just explain through the way in which you do things, and I think that's where you can have patience with the others that are around you that just may not be up to speed yet. So it could be patient with your employees, could be patient with your fellow workers, who work for the company, could be patient with the world, or the projects and stuff like that, and administration. But whatever it is, I think it's within your wisdom to actually understand what's going on, and to use it to your best advantage. And it's also turning negative into positive. And possibly that's what that comes from as well. Turning night into day. And I think this is where maybe your knowledge will come through. This is what I'm getting now of all the cards. So, your knowledge will come through, and that will, sort of help you to turn the negative into positive. Look at this with the Hierophant card. You get the Wheel of Fortune. Things are going to really start playing in your favour here. The overall outcome, for the beginning part of December and going through into December, because we're into Sagittarius season, it's another fire sign, so it's invigorating for you as well. And it's going to be invigorating your pathway, and that's going to be really good. It's going to bring in a lot of... I think it brings in success because of who you are and how you are knowledgeable. So if I were you, I would really gather as much understanding about the world that you're living in the financial world, so within your industry or whatever it is, and really start taking the pinnacles and the pillars of that industry or that job or whatever it is, even if you're doing healing, whatever you're doing, just taking the real sort of concentrated stuff and applying that in life. So there you go, Leo. Thank you very much for being here. Really do appreciate it. Absolutely lovely reading for you. You got your monthly readings coming out this week, so I'll see you there for that. Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell, and also like, share, and any other sort of appreciation you can give us through YouTube. In the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.